Larry Scramstad, 83 years old. I live, my address is Middle River. I live out by Thief Lake. What else you need to know?
Okay, what did you do before you went into service?
Went to high school.
Went to high school? Did you graduate from? Where'd you graduate from? Pardon?
Middle River.
What year was?
1956. 1956.
Okay. And did you do anything before you went into service?
No, I worked for Shanky, Oscar Shanky Construction.
Okay. How long did you do that?
Well, for about 3 years, I suppose.
3 years?
Yeah.
And then, were you drafted or?
No, I volunteered for the draft. That was in 1959.
Okay.
Yep.
For 2 years then?
Yep.
Okay.
19 February 59 I went in.
Okay. And where did you go to? I mean, were you inducted where'd you take the oath?
Fargo. But then we went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
How'd you get there?
Basic training.
Yeah, how'd you get there?
Bus. Went by bus. There was about 6 of us, I think it was.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you get the basic training. What was that like?
Oh, I thought, what did I get myself into? But anyway.
Explain a little of what you got into.
Well, there was lots of harassment, typical Army, I guess. And I was in my 7th week. We were just going to go out to bivouac, and then my dad passed away. So I got an emergency leave, and I went home for 2 weeks.
Like they gave you 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I went back to Fort Leonard Wood and finished my basic training.
Explain some of that. Explain what you went through in basic training. Some of the things you did.
Well, we weren't allowed to walk in the company area. I know that was one of the things. You if you went outside of the barracks, you better run. Anyway, but we went through an infiltration course and
What were the barracks like?
Oh, we had wooden barracks. They were pretty nice with their Bloody Mary running down the center. You had to keep that spotless,
Bloody Mary, you called it?
Yeah. It was tiled. The center aisle was tiled, and we had to keep that spotless.
Okay. And how many?
We all walked on the outsides on the wooden floor. So
yeah. How many stories was that?
There were two stories.
And it was open bay.
Yep.
Okay. And
double bunks.
Yeah.
Double bunks. Yeah.
Okay. And so, how was the food?
Oh, the food wasn't bad. I didn't think anyway. It was pretty good.
Okay. Did you get to do any KP?
Oh yeah, I got a couple times. Not too much, but enough.
Okay.
Pots and pans, sticking pots and pans,
So, do any marching?
Oh yes, every day. Yeah, we have calisthenics. They used to get us up. I don't know, about 5 in the morning, I think it was, and I always waited for that reveille, and they'd play taps every night at sunset.
Yeah.
They play taps, yeah.
Yeah. So, what's some of the things you did? I mean, do you go to rifle range, gas chambers, anything like that?
Yeah.
Want to explain a little bit about?
Grenade range. Oh golly, I can't think of the things we done.
You do a mile run?
Yeah.
Run, dodge, jump, something like that?
Yep. squat jumps, and yeah.
Yeah. So you get done with basic training. Do you have a parade or anything? Graduation?
Yes, we had a big parade, yes.
Okay.
And
Did you get leave after basic training to go home?
then I got another leave after basic.
Did you go?
Then I went,
How long was that? Did you go home?
yep.
Okay.
And then I went to Fort Sam Houston. I was in the medics. I went to medic school.
How'd you get there?
Bus.
Bus again?
Bus. I went to Marcoux Corner, got on the bus, went all the way to Fort Sam.
You like riding buses, didn't you?
No, not really, but
Okay, so you took the bus. Okay.
it was funny thing happened when I got on the bus at Marcoux Corner. Here was one of the fellows that was in basic training. He went AWOL. He got his 2 weeks leave, and he went home, and he was going AWOL, and he was headed to the West Coast or somewhere. I don't know. I've never seen him since. He was from Manoman.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he was AWOL. He never came back, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Never seen him again.
So was there anybody in the military that you knew when you went in up till now?
No. That I knew.
Yeah.
There was Elwood Gormson, my cousin. He was the kind of the one that had brought it up to me that I should volunteer. That's what he done, volunteer for the draft. So that's what I did.
So same time?
Yeah.
And he went
But he was already in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so now you're at Fort
Sam Houston.
and tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it was pretty good. It was some more harassment, but I mean, it was nice and warm down there.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah.
Yes.
Warm, humid.
Yes.
So what'd you do?
For excitement?
Well, that too.
No, we had medical training. You know,
What was all involved in that? I mean, I've never heard what a medic's gone through.
Well, you give shots and just take care of the wounded. You know, you learn how to bandage different types of wounds and
How to stop the bleeding and so forth?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you do that?
Another 8 weeks. Then I went directly from there to Fort Dix for 3 days. Had spent 3 days there.
Fort Dix, New Jersey?
Yeah. Then we got on the plane and went to Verdun, France.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we landed in Paris, though.
So what did your folks think of this? You going all over the country and going overseas?
Well, they thought it was just fine. Yeah.
As long as you weren't going to a war zone, right?
Yeah.
That's how parents are.
Yeah.
So you get to France, and what do you do there?
That was, well, they needed a secretary for the chief nurse, so that's what the job I had all the time I was there.
So what's that involve?
It was doing, answer the phone, and I had it easy, lots of spare time. My goodness, yeah.
So you had all this spare time. Did you tour Europe at all?
Oh, some, yeah.
What's some of the places you went?
Went to Paris a couple of times, but I never went to Omaha Beach, and I kicked myself in the butt. Never went there.
For not doing that, yeah.
Yeah. We went to, I know we took some patients to Kaiserslautern, Germany, and went on.
So who were these patients? Were they military?
All military, yes.
Were they just hurt, or what was their issues?
Yeah, they were, diseases, different
Accidents and
accidents, and there was a few brawls. I know I was on 8-man. We had pull that duty once a month. This fella, they were in a bar and they got fighting with some dark fellas, and he had some nasty cuts. So the guy had pulled a knife on him, and we had to hold him down, and they sewed him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, someplace you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So, how long are you in Germany?
18 months.
I'm sorry, France. France, right?
France.
You were there for all 18 months?
All 18 months, yeah.
Almost your whole career other than training.
Yeah.
So is there
Then
anything... Pardon?
And we flew over, going home, we went by ship.
Oh.
Yeah. So we went to Le Havre, France there, and got on the boat, and USNS Buckner.
Okay.
That was quite an experience too.
That's a personnel ship built for transporting...
For troop transport,
troop carrier, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think there was about 2,500 guys on there, and we had. There, I was lucky there. I didn't have to pull KP, but I got seasick though. It took 7 days, and I was sick 4 damn days.
Oh wow!
Just nasty.
So, well, as you're getting seasick here, let's go back to France a little bit. How was the food there?
Yeah, we had a good mess hall there, good cooks, and yes.
How about the buildings where you stayed? Were they fairly nice?
We had nice barracks, yes, and the hospital was all joined in one. The barracks and the hospital itself were all in one. We could just walk right down the.
Were the barracks?
We had 2-story barracks. Yeah.
Were they co-ed?
To a squad room. They had squad rooms. Yeah.
Were they co-ed barracks? Were the nurses there too? No.
No. No. I think everyone in Verdun, France, though, had a field jacket. We couldn't, if you wanted one, if you needed one, you couldn't get one. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like the army, huh?
Yeah.
So, okay, so back to the ship, you got seasick for how many days? 4 out of 7?
4 days, yeah. Oh, terrible.
Were the seas pretty rough then, or?
Oh, man, yeah, we got into a storm there. And I tell you, the ocean gets ugly.
Quite a few were probably seasick.
Yeah. I thought, my goodness, the ship, it was 296 feet long. And the ship would
rock.
The props would come out of the water, and it'd just shake the whole ship when
it came up, it'd vibrate.
The back end came up, yeah. Oh man.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. We were glad to see New York when we got there.
Yeah, I bet. So, did you muster out of there then?
Yeah.
Okay. And
we docked, and the next day we went to Fort Dix.
Fort Dix, New Jersey. Yeah. And it kind of a holding place for guys coming home back, I suppose. So you're mustered out then?
Yeah.
They give you did they give you a nice parting gift or anything?
No parting gift. Just adios. That was the 12th of December.
Okay.
January. 12th of January, I mean. I got out.
1961 then?
61, okay. Yeah. Then in, let's see, I wrote it down here. I got to make sure I get the right dates. then I got called back in. And I was out 10 months. And then 29th of October, 61, I got called back in again.
They missed you.
Yeah. In the meantime, we got married, and my wife was pregnant. And, we went to Charlie Collins and see if I could. He was on the draft board to see if I could get out of it, but there was no way.
Were they wanting to send you to Vietnam?
No, there was the Cuban crisis thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we had to go to Fort Lewis, Washington, and we were in for. They didn't have no service time that you were.
So did you have to take you didn't take a bus again, did you?
No, there was two other guys from Middle River here that went.
What were their names?
Moreland Ornquist and James Hill.
Okay.
And I don't know where Moreland, he didn't ride with us, but me and James had a 56 Ford, and we drove out.
To Fort Lewis?
Fort Lewis, yeah.
Okay.
And when we got to Fort Lewis, I never seen either one of them guys again, And we just played war games there for another 10 months.
Really?
I was until 6 August 62 I got out.
Oh, that's something that they could recall you like that, isn't it? I guess you're in reserves, though, so.
Yeah, I was assigned to the 14th Corps out of Minneapolis, and it was the 32nd Division, the Red Arrow Division from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's where I was assigned to.
Okay.
And I made one more rank out of there. I was the Spec 4 when I got out, and I made Spec 5 when I was in Fort Lewis.
Okay. What did your wife and family think of you having to be recalled like that?
Oh, she was pregnant, when I left, and we got married in March. I got out in January, and in March we got married, and she was expecting, a child, and I got a 4-day leave at Christmas time, and my daughter was born when I was home. So I was fortunate there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Then you get to go back again, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough after having a baby going back to.
Yeah. And then I took the bus to Minot. There was a fellow from Minot that.
So you're mustered out again?
Yeah. We just had that 4-day leave.
Oh, okay.
Then when we went back, this is I can't even remember the guy's name. Anyway, his dad had a car dealership, and we started out with a 56 Plymouth, and we didn't get too far, and the goddamn Universal joint started making noise back there. So we went back and we got a 67 Ford convertible.
Oh, step up.
Yeah, and we were on our way. And we got out in Montana somewhere, and the wind was blowing. And that convertible was pretty
breezy.
It wasn't airtight. Anyway, we were just covered with dust.
You had the top up, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you had the top down?
No. We had the top up, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, some good times.
Oh, yeah. And we used to go see Buck Owens when we were there a lot.
Oh, really?
He played in a Quonset outside of it was about 10 miles anyway from the fort.
Spokane?
No, it was, goodness. I should have thought of this before we
That's
had
okay.
this interview.
That's okay.
Anyway, we went out and seen him. He played there every weekend. Yeah, so he was really popular then. So.
Yeah. So is there anything in your military career you wish you'd have done different?
Well, I should have went into engineers because that's what I like to do. I like to run heavy equipment, and or that's what I wanted to do. But it didn't work out that way.
Well, you don't always get your choice, do you?
No. But that's all I did after I got out was run heavy equipment. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so what is that? What you did? That was your job after you got out of the military? Was run heavy equipment?
Yeah.
Who'd you work for?
When I first come back, went to work for Shanky again, and I wasn't there too long, and Gene, my brother-in-law now, Gene Berg, he was working for Steve Forrester from Manville, North Dakota.
Okay.
And he said Steve is looking for men, so I decided, well, I'll go over there and work. And then I went to Manville. I had a trailer house, and we moved to Manville. And I think I was just there a year, and then he opened up he bought that gravel pit up there at Helma. And I started there as a truck driver. When I started, I was driving truck.
Okay.
When we went up to Helma, then he put me on a cat, and that's where I remained on the cat till I was there for 4 years, I think it was, with him. And then in 1960, I think it was 64, I went to the cities and worked for Alexander Construction.
Okay.
And then I was there for, how many years? It was another 4 years about. And then I had a chance to get on with Landsidle they were from Glendon, Minnesota.
Yeah.
There was a gravel outfit, and I was running dozer, got on the dozer there and I worked there till 1975. Then I got on with the state of Minnesota, right there at Thief Lake, right about a half a mile from where I lived. So.
Thief Lake, you mean Thief River?
Oh no, up there at Thief Lake.
Thief Lake? There's such a place, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, Thief River goes right through Thief Lake, or right.
Okay.
The river runs into Thief River, yeah.
Okay.
But it's Thief Lake anyway, the big lake.
So when did you retire? Are you retired?
Oh yeah, so I retired in 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 83 years old, so.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Harry, or?
No.
Well, I appreciate you doing this interview, and thank you for your service, Harry.
Thank you. Thanks.